Hello दोस्तों, welcome to Smart Steps Learning. In today's video, we begin an exciting journey into the world of biomolecules, the building blocks of life, based on the class 11th NCERT chapter 9, and this is a part 1 of the series. So let's begin. So in this chapter, we will cover in first part, we will cover introduction, primary and secondary metabolites, macromolecules, and in second part, carbohydrate, protein, and nucleic acid. And in third part, we complete enzyme, properties of enzyme, mechanisms of enzyme action. So this is the lesson outline. So stay tuned till the end. So what are the biomolecules? So biomolecules are the inorganic and organic compound found in all living organisms. They play crucial structural and functional role including carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins and more. These molecules are responsible for almost every process in our body. Okay? So in short मैं से explain करूँ तो अगर बायोमोलिक्यूल क्या होंगे, ऑर्गेनिक और इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स होंगे जो कि लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म में हमें मिलते हैं. ये स्ट्रक्चरल फंक्शनल रोल दोनों प्ले करेंगे, है ना. इसमें क्या क्या इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं हम, कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन्स एंड फैट एंड विटामिन्स. ओके, सो टाइप्स ऑफ बायोमोलिक्यूल्स. सो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स को हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं दो टाइप में. फर्स्ट होते हैं प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी मेटाबोलाइट्स. सो प्राइमरी मेटाबोलाइट्स जैसे कि अमीनो एसिड, शुगर्स, न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स आर एसेंशियल फॉर द ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट. ओके, तो जो भी चीज़ें ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए एसेंशियल है, हमारी बॉडी खुद प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पा रही है, दिस आर कॉल्ड प्राइमरी मेटाबोलाइट्स. सेकेंडरी मेटाबोलाइट्स लाइक पिगमेंट्स हो गए, एल्केलॉइड्स, एसेंशियल ऑयल्स, not necessary for survival but they play supportive and ecological role. So this is a table of some secondary metabolites and this is taken from the class 11th NCERT. So do you know what elements make up our body? So around 98% of body mass is made up of just 4 elements. First, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. So element like calcium, phosphate, phosphorus, other are also important but in smaller amount. So this is a secondary metabolites. And when we're talking about the primary metabolites, these are the different. So please understand this table because this is important for the NEET point of view. Now, what element make up a living tissue? The same, like 98% of the biomass cover carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and other important calcium, phosphorus. Now analytic techniques, that how are biomolecules studied. कैसे आप स्टडी करेंगे बायोमोलिक्यूल्स की, कैसे पता चलेगा. ओके, सो scientists use various techniques to use or to study the biomolecules. Like plant tissues are crushed, filtered and analyzed using centrifugation and chromatography. This method helps separate and identify different molecules. Okay, so in this we also study fresh wet analysis, dry wet analysis and the ash analysis. Okay, so we will study it later, but remember this, either we crushed or filtered plant tissue. Okay, now there is a List of representative inorganic constituents of living organism, like components हैं, and their formulas like sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, water, and compounds. Compounds includes NaCl, CaCO3, PO4 3 minus, and SO4 2 minus. So these all tables are taken from the NCERT as it is, because this is very important and crucial for the NEET point of view. So this is one more table, a comparison of elements present in non-living and living matter, like in elements and their weight, percentage weight of earth crust, ह्यूमन बॉडी. ठीक है, इन लाइक हमने एलिमेंट्स दे रखे हैं एंड उनका परसेंटेज वेट दे रखा है कि अर्थ क्रस्ट में कितने होते हैं एंड दी ह्यूमन बॉडी में कितना परसेंट रहेगा. ठीक है, सो देयर इज अ हाइड्रोजन, कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन, सल्फर, सोडियम, कैल्शियम, magnesium, silicon. Okay, so hydrogen is 0.14% weight in earth crust and in human body 9.5. So you have to remember all the values, especially if we talking about hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. These four are the must to remember. Okay, so next, a difference between the macromolecule and the micromolecule. ठीक है, so micromolecules are the smaller in size, but macro is larger in size. As we split the word, micro means, you all know, small, and if we're talking about macro, it means large. So, okay, now they are smaller in size, that's why they have low molecular weight. They are higher, larger in size, because they have high molecular weight. इनका सिंपल स्ट्रक्चर होता है, इनका कॉम्प्लेक्स स्ट्रक्चर होगा, ये हाईली सॉल्युबल होंगे इंट्रासेल्युलर फ्लूइड्स में. ठीक है, बट ये वाले जो होंगे ये कोलाइडल स्टेट में होंगे, इनसॉल्युबल ऑफ इंट्रासेल्युलर फ्लूइड. देन एग्जाम्पल जो हो गया माइक्रोमोलिक्यूल का, वाटर हो गया एंड मिनरल सॉल्ट्स. ओके, देन शुगर, लिपिड. मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल में ऑर्गेनिक पॉलीसैकेराइड्स रहेंगे एंड सिर्फ ऑर्गेनिक पॉलीसैकेराइड्स जिसका साइज बड़ा है. ठीक है, बायोमोलिक्यूल्स कैन बी स्मॉल लाइक ग्लूकोज और लार्ज लाइक DNA. So we call micromolecule as a glucose and DNA as a macromolecule. ठीक है, carbohydrate serves for energy and all, you know that. Okay, so next पढ़ते हैं मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स के एग्जाम्पल्स. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स जैसे कि स्टार्च होंगे, प्रोवाइड करते हैं क्विक एनर्जी. प्रोटीन सच एज एंजाइम कैरी आउट बायोलॉजिकल फंक्शंस. न्यूक्लिक एसिड लाइक DNA store and transfer genetic codes, and lipids such as fat are the energy rich and help build membrane. So these are the important diagrams or important structure from your biomolecules chapter from NCERT that you have to remember this, like this. In carbohydrate we have two example, glucose, sugar and ribose sugar. ठीक है, so in glucose sugar we have 6 carbon cycle and in ribose we have 5 carbon. Okay, so glucose sugar is 6 carbon and this is also called pentose sugar. Ribose sugar is also called pentose because 5 carbon, and the formula is C6H12O6 and here is 6C5H10O5. You have to remember these things. Then amino acids are example like glycine, alanine, serine. These are the basic amino acid. We will discuss about later what is amino acid and all and why they are important. Okay, so this one is also important. Then nitrogenous bases like adenine, guanine, adenosine, and nucleotide. We will discuss it later in detail. This is a fat and oil lipids, like you have to remember that fatty acid is also called palmitic acid, glycerol, triglycerides, phospholipids, lecithin, and cholesterol. You have to remember all the structures. So, recap in first part, okay, what we learned today. So, biomolecules are the life basic components. We understood the difference between the primary and secondary metabolites. We saw what elements make up living matter and how we classify biomolecule as a micro and macro. Okay, so these topics are covered. It's just a basic introduction of the chapter. We discuss it in other parts and cover it in small parts, like very easy and conceptual videos will become. So in the next video we will dive deeper into the carbohydrates, protein, and directly from the NCERT book. Okay, so watch part 2 for more. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share and subscribe to Smart Steps Learning. Drop a comment if you have any doubt and stay tuned for part 2, carbohydrate and proteins. And please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for all the future doctors. God bless you.